Hello and welcome to What's That Behind You. We've all heard of urban legends. You know, the stories you told your friends while growing up. Tales we used to share to scare them. What would you say if I told you some of them were true? Would you think twice about saying that name into the mirror? Well, today we are going to look at 3 urban legends that were more fact than works of childish fiction. Cropsey of Staten Island. According to this creepy tale, Cropsey lurked beneath the abandoned Willowbrook State School for Children. As the story goes, Cropsey was rumoured to be a homicidal madman, an escaped mental patient with a hook for a hand, who haunted children and dragged them back to the tunnel system that lay underneath the abandoned ruins. In some versions of the tale, Cropsey was an axe murderer. In others, he was a monstrous bogeyman. In both, he was a murderous creeper hunting for lost children. And sadly, he was based on a real murderous creeper. His name was Andre Rond, and he worked as a janitor at the Willowbrook State School before it shut down in 1987. After that, he continued living on the grounds of the school, and is suspected to be responsible for the disappearances of several children. He was found guilty of kidnapping in 1988, and again in 2004. There is even a documentary called Cropsy that examines the truth about the man and the myth. All in all, this is a horrible story of when fiction becomes fact. The body under the bed. One of the stories parents will unwillingly scare their kids with. Vacationing couples, newlyweds, Disneyland guests, all have been the subject of an urban legend involving hotel occupants who fall blissfully to sleep, only to wake up to an awful stench coming from either under the bed or inside the mattress. Closer inspection reveals that a dead body had been stashed away, presumably not anyone who has died of natural causes. This travelling tale has been confirmed multiple times over. At least a dozen newspaper stories have detailed hotel rooms that have doubled as a body disposal site. While the smell is usually apparent right away, at least one couple on a mattress containing a body in Atlantic City in 1999. Cases in Colorado, Florida, and Virginia have also been reported. In 2010, guests at a budget lodge in Memphis were horrid to discover that they had been sleeping above the body of Sonny Millbrook, a missing person. Fabric softener had been stuffed into the ceiling tiles to try and mask the smell. At least 3 other occupants had also rented the room since Millbrook's disappearance. A court eventually convicted Millbrook's boyfriend, Lakeith Moody, of the crime.
It's still unbelievable to me, but I know it's true.
Family members say the way 28-year-old Sonny Millbrook died feels like a blow to the stomach that won't go away.
The legend of the Bunny Man. If you lived in or around Virginia in the 1970s, you were probably exposed to the story of the Bunny Man. In the tale, an escaped mental patient takes to gutting bunnies and hanging them from a bridge underpass. Later, the man is said to have graduated to gutting and hanging teens in a similar manner. Locals were cautioned to never be caught near the underpass, which is now known to most people as Bunny Man Bridge on Halloween night. This story likely spawned from the very real presence of a roving madman in the area. In October 1970, a couple reported seeing a man dressed in a white suit and wearing bunny ears, who began yelling at them that they were on private property. To punctuate his point, he threw a hatchet at their windscreen, apparently shattering it. There was a second sighting of Bunnyman 2 weeks later, when a security guard spotted a hatchet-wielding man chipping away at a porch railing. Police tried unsuccessfully to locate the man. While he didn't disembowel anyone, the thought of an adult wielding both a hatchet and a pair of rabbit ears somehow manages to be just as disturbing. What did you think of these stories that turned out to be true? Do you know of any more? Let me know down in the comments. Leave a like if you would like to see more in this series. But for now, no matter what noises or stories coming from your friends there may be, or whatever guy is strolling the streets wearing some kind of garb, maybe it's time to be afraid of what's behind you.